background on who we are and what we do. Before I move on to share with you some resources and tools you can use on MooMoo to help you do self-directed trading confidently and better. On top of all these features, I also like to highlight that we have an in-app social community whereby Singaporeans are actively participating in to exchange insights, share ideas, and just connect with one another in their investment journey. This engaging in-app social community experience is unlike any other provider on a digital traditional platform and has further contributed to MooMoo popularity among Singapore investors. We, FUTU Singapore, we are passionate about helping everyone who comes to us to improve their financial literacy. So keep watching and connect with us if you'd like to find out more, and we look forward to you joining our community soon. We are founded in 2012. We are a fully digitalized brokerage and wealth management platform. One of our strategic investors, I believe many clients will have known is Tencent, or in Mandarin is called Tencent. And FUTU Holding, we are listed on Nasdaq on 8th of March 2019. We do have a few, or rather quite a number of offices globally. We have an office in Hong Kong. We are headquartered in Hong Kong. We have an office in US. We have office in China and of course in Singapore. And many people will know MooMoo by now. And MooMoo apps is powered by FUTU. Something very interesting about FUTU is for every 10 employees, actually 7 of them are actually involved in IT or R&D. And to date, we have a strength of more than 2,000 employees. And with that 70% strength, we believe we will be able to, based on the demand and, of technology, we will be able to support the client's needs. And of course, one of our efforts is always to make investment easier with our MooMoo apps. And hopefully with, the discussion later part, I will be able to share more, and that allows clients to make, investment easier. And last thing over here, FUTU Singapore is licensed as regulated by MAS. So if these slides, from these slides, you will be able to see a very brief, outlay or layout, or rather user interface of the MooMoo apps itself. MooMoo is available in iOS, in Android. There is also a desktop version. So this is where you will be able to see in the laptop, over here. And just some of the points to share: fast trading, place trading orders within 0.0037 seconds. Unlike some of the brokerage, FUTU does not route your orders or any of the orders to any market makers. Ours is just a DMA model, direct market access. We will route all orders to the exchange directly. And of course, market insights, competitive low fee, which I will share a bit more on a later part. Social community, something that we are proud of, with over 15 million users, where you can share your thoughts very freely in the MooMoo apps. And 24/7 financial news, which we are providing for free to all clients too. And today, I'll be sharing the 5 useful ways to improve your tradings. And on a broad picture, many investors are, I know, putting a lot of hours, spending, many hours observing the markets, reading books, or even attending courses or seminars to improve their trading skills. Everybody will know putting hours is a must. It's always necessary when starting out. And but of course, today we hope that this seminar hopes to share a bit more useful insights and ways to help you with your trading. And I really hope that will reduce the number of hours in understanding the different markets or even the counters, and hopefully increase your profit potential. So the first thing I'm going to share will be live market data. Live market data, it refers to the update price or volume information. Many people will talk about tick by tick or second by second basis. It shows how the value of stocks fluctuates, and very useful for investors who want to make trading decisions. This will be something that if you look at Singapore context or even the region, it will be very different, because I understand, or we have been living with for many years on delayed market data, and unless you are a more premium clients, or you as a client would like to subscribe to market data, this is where for FUTU we see live market data as something that is very important. That will help clients in their investment needs. And that's why we are giving out free market data for US market, for Singapore, and also for the China A stocks. The next one will be fundamental analysis. Many a time when you talk about fundamental analysis, people will be talking about whether they can find it on Bloomberg, or they may need to look at many research reports. But for FUTU itself, just on the MooMoo apps for all different counters, you will be able to find a lot of fundamental ratios or even analysis in the apps for each different counters. So if you look at the yellow box that right now currently in the slides itself, you will be able to see ratios like PE ratios, PB ratios, price to book. So will small ratios be better, or big ratios will be better? A lot of time it really depends. And the interesting part about MooMoo is that if you look at your bottom right side under the more, you will be able to compare the different counters. So if you want to compare banks, you will be able to draw banks maybe in the same countries, and that's where you are able to compare the ratios, and you are able to compare, you can average it out. I think this is where most of the research reports, they will have, average PE ratios or average PB ratios. And this is where, as a client, you will be able to know, or gauge from there whether is it more undervalued or overvalued. Of course, for fundamental analysis, it's not only on these two ratios. There are many things that we are providing freely, such as market cap. How big a company is. Many people will use market cap as one of the portions to decide. The share floats, 52 weeks high and low. How the stock has been moving, and the historical high and low. And just to bring back you onto the pictures on the slides itself, if you look at the orange box, just by a tap of the arrow in MooMoo apps, you will be able to see an extended version of all the different fundamental analysis that is available for free for all clients. And the next part will be market depth. Other than in terms of live market data, to me, as a trader, as a dealer, for those clients who are who previously working as who has traded, or everybody will know that market depth will be very important, because it refers to the market liquidity for a security based on the number of standing orders to buy and sell. So generally, to put it very simple, one will be able to observe the movement of buyers and sellers. And of course, it also helps investors to determine where the price of a particular securities could be heading. And this will allow you to make on-the-spot decision about buying or selling. And of course, if there's a huge imbalance of orders, regardless of the daily average volume, you will expect huge volatility. So bring everybody back to the picture over here, you will be able to see the orange box. And right now, currently, we are providing free US, market app, and clients will be able to see a total of 40 levels for all the different counters that's listed in US. And clients will be able to see the demand and supply, whether on the left side, will there be more buyer queuing to buy, or even on the right side, will there be more seller queuing to sell, and at which price? And how is the movement like? Because this is where we talk about, if there's huge movement, we may expect higher volatility in terms of the stock price. So these are things that I personally feel it will be all useful gauge in terms of or in terms of assisting in terms of your trading decision. The next one that I'd like to share, which I got to say is we are very proud of, is actually capital tracking. Capital tracking, to put it simply, it refers to the flow of movement of money of each counter. So bringing back to the picture, or rather the dash over here, you will be able to see net outflow, of course, or you will be able to see net inflow. So with that, you will be able to see the breakdown, based on what you see over on the pie chart over here. And with that, clients will be able to gauge, simply whether there's more green portion or there's more red portion. Which, if there's more red, it simplifies there's more seller than buyer, and more green simplifies that there's more buyer than seller. So this will allow you to know in a single moment, in a single day, at the whether a client should look into buying or selling. And of course, if you look a little bit lower, you will be able to see the inflow and outflow. And these are actually differentiated with XL, L, M, and S. What do we mean by that? XL refers to extra large orders. And of course, we have L, which is large orders. M will be medium orders, and S will be small orders. Large orders will be the top 10%. Extra large orders will be the top 10%. Large orders will be the 10 to 30%. Medium orders will be 30 to 55%. And small orders will be referring to 55 to 100%. So just for example, if we are seeing a lot of small orders over large orders, this is where we are able to say is that there are many trades that are coming in terms of many people are putting in small trades, and this is where you will be able to see it reflected in the graph itself. And based on, if you look at the capital trend, it displays the net inflow amount of funds for various type of orders at corresponding time. Meaning to say is that at this moment, are we seeing more S, or are we seeing more L, or are we seeing M? And if you look at the overall trend, which is actually reflected as the orange line, you will be able to see, are they overall, is more people trying to buy, or more funds coming in, or more funds is going out. And another thing that I personally feel that it's always very useful to have is in terms of news, research costs, and reports for each different counters. And it will not only disseminate knowledge, but it also represent the findings of the company. So it allows investors to know more about the company and constantly get updates on the performance progress. So if you look at on the screen itself, just for a single counter, there will be different research costs or different news that is related on each different counters. And I got to say, this will be very important for clients. I understand, or we all know that with the access to internet, there are so many news and information out there. But MooMoo will be able to consolidate based on the counters that you are looking at in terms of the news that is related to that counter. And I personally feel that it will be very useful, because with that you will be able to see all the different research costs and reports, and why people are upgrading or downgrading in terms of the counters itself, and what are the different news that's related. And from there, with that different news, you will be able to know what is the current progress of the companies itself. So with the sharing of that, 5 different things itself, I really hope that investing will make easier with MooMoo. And with that, we hope that clients will make their first trade on the MooMoo apps. And just to share a little bit more as what some of the points that I may have shared. Free market data, we are looking at giving it for free for US, Singapore, the ASX market for every account open. Very competitive commissions. And that includes, that very competitive commission. And on our side, we also do charge a platform fee. The interesting part is to make things very transparent on our side. We decided to to share with clients the commission charge and platform fee charge over here. And just to share a little bit more about platform fee is that the platform fee, they are actually used to enhance our platform. And if you all look at the service or rather the information that is provided in MooMoo, the platform fee that is gathered are all channeled into making MooMoo platform a better platform. So this is something just to share a little bit more why we are very transparent about charging platform fee, and yet at the same time commission. But I also understand in the region itself, many people will be just very used to commission itself. But I really hope people out there or people who are listening to this is that you can combine your commission and the platform fee. Combine this as the total sum that you will need to pay to make a trade, and use this and compare whether the charges are actually higher or whether is it more competitive or not. Yeah, over here. So the next part is gain access to centralized information with global financial news research analysts. Like what I previously shared, discuss and share with our 15 million strong Moo community. Trade with a peace of mind also with our reliable 24 hours customer service. Over here, we always believe in if there's anything that clients would like to inquire, we are always approachable on our MooMoo apps, and if clients would like to give us a call, we also do welcome that. And lastly, free access to all learning materials in MooMoo.
Sometimes my friends come to me and they tell me that, okay, this stock is good, this stock is good, and that I don't even know what they are.
What's the biggest investing mistake you've made?
Which stock was it that made you lose money?
What's in your portfolio?
The stock that made me lose money.
I have to tell you all the stocks I have.
We also have to think about the idea of risk.
Because I think the market crash, I was still hold very tightly.
I personally only buy stocks that I know.
When you're down, when do you exit?
My judgment on these stocks may not always be correct.
Don't buy the dip.
High risk, high returns lah.
If you're doing it alone, right, you won't know how good you are until you really talk to the other guy. Wow, you make like 100,000 from a single trade, and that's serious. Then you're thinking that, okay, you make a few $1,000s, wow, very good. Like, oh.